host, Paige Falk, and this week we have a very special episode. We have some very special guests as well as a very fun activity. We have the Botany Club from here at Purdue.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
Guys, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself a little bit.
Well, my name is Kay. I'm the president of Botany Club. I'm currently a senior in botany and plant genetics, breeding, and biotechnology, and then I'm doing a minor in biotechnology as well.
I'm Bree. I'm majoring in plant science and minoring in English.
I'm Robert. I'm majoring in plant science or botany, either one, they're interchangeable. And I am a sophomore, and I'm the recruitment chair for the Botany Club.
Very nice, very nice. And if you can't tell, this week, our fun activity, we're carving pumpkins. Yeah. So you guys can just get started with your pumpkin carving. I'll ask you guys some questions. So you said you're the president?
Yeah. This is my first year being president, which I will say is definitely different than being president of a club in high school. It's a lot more work, but we're trying our best. We have a brand new leadership board this year, which is really nice. Everyone's doing a great job, but we definitely got off to a rough start. With being a whole new leadership board, none of us really knew what to do, and there's a lot of technicalities that go in it, but we've got off to a good start. We have a good group of people who are coming to the club, and we're just trying to maintain attendance, which has always been our biggest issue, especially as midterms start kicking in. And of course, there's a ton of clubs, and they all tend to fall on Tuesdays.
Oh.
So our club is Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. So.
Yeah. And then, Robert, you said you were the recruitment chair. I've actually never heard of a recruitment chair position in a club. What do you do?
Neither have I until this year. So my job as recruitment chair is, if you want to talk about logistically, it's kind of just to make posters and make posts.
Oh.
But on a more broader level, it's just to say, go to like agriculture events and say, hey, if you like plants, you should come here. Hey, if you like free plants, you should come here. It's being absolutely annoying to all your friends and being like, hey, if you like me, spend $15 and go to the Botany Club and pay your dues.
Nice.
So it's just being a little bit annoying. It's being a little bit just crazy about plants and just liking them a lot.
You mentioned agriculture. You guys part of Ag Week at all, or?
We are not part of Ag Week. We are part of the Spring Fest, which is a celebration of just all the agriculture sections. The entomology club comes out, the horticulture club comes out, and we come out and sell plants at that event. So if you want some free, not free plants, but reasonably priced plants that Bree could talk about more because she is the Springfest chair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm the Springfest chair. Springfest is basically a huge garden sale for the Botany Club. We sell lots of propagations and a few extra fun things.
Yeah, we like to sell t-shirts, some of our leftover t-shirts from the year that we like to make every year, stickers. Gonna try looking at new things this year. I think Springfest is a really cool event that Purdue hosts.
Yeah.
A bunch of kids come out from the Lafayette area, and it's a really good time for kids around the area to get involved and kind of just see Purdue. There are a bunch of different clubs host. It's all over campus. It's I think a really good event for the ag side of Purdue, and then just Purdue as a whole. It's a good marketing. So.
And on top of that, it's very educational. I mean, the hope is that people come out and get to learn a bit about, we always try to teach people how propagation works and how you can take cutting of a plant and plant that and make a whole new plant from it. I know other people do different things with it. But it's great. It's a great educational event for kids.
Yeah, I know the language department also comes out, and they try doing cultural things as well at the same time.
All right. So you mentioned you had some upcoming meetings that you want to tell us about?
Yeah. So we try. So generally the format that we like to stick to in our meetings is having a little bit of an educational part, kind of for the general topic of our meeting. So the last meeting that we had was leaf printing, and to go with it, with the fall and the leaves transitioning to all the bright different colors, there's a hormone that plays a very specific role in that, and it's called ABA. I'm not going to try saying the actual scientific name. It's like abstrinsic acid or something. That's where we have acronyms. But that's how leaves do the transitioning. So we had one of our club leadership boards. Her name is Lindsay. She's the vice president. She took over that meeting for me and talked about that because she really likes looking at the hormones in plants. So, and then after that, we had gathered leaves from around campus, and we did leaf printing on canvases and stuff. So that was really fun. So you take the side, like the back side of a leaf, the part that has the veins kind of sticking out. We just paint it, and then we stick it out on a canvas, and then you can see the pretty lines and stuff of the veins, which is really fun. Fun little decoration, and in this case, the meeting was free, which was really nice because all the supplies was already in our storage locker, so that we have. But our next upcoming meeting, which is going to be hosted by Robert over here, I'm sure he'll love to chat your ear off about it. We're going to be looking at peppers, the history of spice, and like the diversity of spice itself, Robert.
Yeah, so the history of peppers is going to cover the history so far, where they came from, the naming of them, all that kind of stuff, along with the science, and then how peppers are used today. So I could chat for probably the entire podcast about peppers. But this is about the Botany Club, not peppers. So if you want to, Pepper Club. That's a good idea.
Don't know.
Okay.
I made a monster.
But no, if you want to hear more about peppers, then you should come to the Botany Club on October. October. Do you know it?
Next Thursday. I could look at my schedule. I have them all listed. So
it's October 9th.
October 10th.
Ha, close.
Close.
It's October 10th. It's our only Thursday meeting of the year, so hopefully people who aren't able to attend Tuesday meetings like usual are able to come to that. But after that we'll have meetings like gonna look at microbes and how microbes play a role in plants, and that'll be I call it our little Thanksgiving feast, or microbial dinner. So we're gonna have things like sauerkraut and kimchi, which are all fermented.
I'm bringing a jar of Vegemite.
A sinister jar of Vegemite. So that'll be really fun, just kind of right before Thanksgiving, and we could all gather and do that. And then when October 26th around, we're gonna do pumpkin carving, our pumpkin carving meeting, which is also what we're really excited for. So October 19th, which is a Saturday, so right before the meeting, so Saturday the 19th, so October 22nd, I remember that. Yes. Is our pumpkin carving, but October 19th, we're going to Taylor Farm, which is a relatively new farm. They're doing pumpkin patch, they have corn maze, and then you could also buy admission. They're gonna give you like a s'mores kit, and you could sit around the fireplaces and hang around and talk. So we're really excited to go there, support a local farm, and we're gonna pay for all of our club's pumpkins. And then the next meeting, so October 22nd, we're gonna do the pumpkin carving contest. And whoever wins the pumpkin carving contest, we're probably gonna have 3 or 5 winners. They're gonna get a carnivorous plant. So we have someone in our department who really likes carnivorous plants. And does research on them, so he's going to be nice enough to supply the Botany Club with a few of those. So
I love carnivorous plants.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be kind of a hit. We're going to also do a costume contest. Everyone's going to be encouraged to wear costumes that day as well, just for fun, right before Halloween. So definitely excited for that.
What are you guys dressing up for Halloween?
Ooh, okay. So I have 2 costumes that I'm using on 2 separate occasions. For one, I'm dressing up as a werewolf, and that's to match with my girlfriend's dressing up as a vampire, so like a vampire werewolf. And the other one, I just have a wizard costume. That's kind of just for fun, though. I just like dressing up as a wizard.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't, right? Like, I think deep down, everyone kind of wants to be a wizard. I feel like that's
It's kind of the power fantasy for me.
Yeah. I think just having a tower would be nice in this like housing economy.
In this economy, a tower would be nice.
Yeah. I know I'll never be able to afford a tower, so it's like a fantasy of mine to.
It's a fantasy of yours to own a tower.
Ooh, and having like a little familiar, like a little imp I can have.
A little imp.
Yeah. It's like a hairless cat, but it can talk.
All right.
That's
We have
what I
very
want.
different definitions of what an imp is.
What's your definition of an imp?
It's like a little goblin.
That's what a hairless cat is.
That's what a hairless. Have you never seen a hairless cat before? It is a goblin.
Love goblins. We love goblins here.
Okay.
Do you not?
Oh, I love goblins. For sure.
Little goblin. My mom calls me a goblin.
All right.
In like a loving way or like a?
In a loving way.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
My mom calls me a magpie. That's just because like I love picking up shiny things.
Oh.
Magpies are ferocious.
Well, she tells me it's because they like picking up. I don't think she's really interacted with many magpies in her
No,
life.
they're terrifying.
Are they like seagulls? Do they like?
They're worse. They will attack you. There's magpie season. You have to wear spikes on your bike hat,
You have to wear spikes
Really?
on your bike hat.
like your bike helmet,
Oh my god.
because they'll swoop down and try to attack you.
What do they get out of that? They're not gonna like eat you.
I don't know, they're just angry.
About what? They're birds.
They're angry about being birds.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I would be angry about being a bird.
I would love to be a bird so I could just fly away from everything.
I would like to be a bird of prey.
If you could be a bird, what type of bird would you be?
Seagull.
That's not a bird of prey.
Seagull.
I don't know, like a bird of prey, but not like a huge one.
So like
Maybe like some kind of hawk that you would see in like the Midwest.
I've seen a video of a seagull carrying a whole thing of pizza. So I say that's a bird of prey. Because he was carrying the entire thing of pizza.
But like pizza's not prey.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway.
Do you ever see a California condor?
No. Is it like really big? Or-
It's huge. Can
Can you give me like a size?
like all of me, like up to here.
Oh wow.
Okay. Well, that's like half of you.
That's like half of me.
Okay.
They're huge. I've been to the desert quite a few times. So
Oh.
I don't live there, but I've been there.
I grew up in Arizona.
Nice.
I've never seen that bird, but
It was in Utah.
oh okay. Yeah, there's nothing interesting in Arizona besides cactus, I
Isn't
guess.
there the Grand Canyon?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
There's one interesting thing. The big
Yeah.
hole. The big hole.
You see a lot of different plants there, don't you?
The genetic diversity is not very large, but I will say the type of plants that they do have in Arizona are very interesting. One of the native plants there are mesquite trees. Yeah, and their roots grow up to 60 feet into the earth. Like their main root, it's called the taproot. It goes 60 feet down, so that way, since it's super dry, the water's gonna be closer, like further down, and it wants to suck up the water. So
That's deep.
yeah, it's pretty cool. 60 feet is a very long ways for a plant. But what are you gonna be for Halloween? Back.
Oh, I forgot.
That's the main point. Yeah, right.
original question.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can-
I'm gonna be the greatest breakdancer known.
Oh no.
I'm gonna be Ray Gun.
Do you have the outfit yet, or are you just saying like this is the outfit?
It's on its way.
That.
Also with sarcasm, she's not the greatest, guys.
Well, obviously she is. Obviously. I'm gonna be, me and my boyfriend are gonna do a couple's costume. I haven't done a costume in years. We're gonna do Mavis and Johnny from Hotel Transylvania. Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. I'm gonna buy the blackest lipstick I could find. So I already have everything else.
Love that. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I don't know what I'm gonna be for Halloween. I have a costume, but I accidentally sent the white shirt through the wash with 2 brand new red shirts.
Oh.
So I have to go get a new one. But other than that, I have the rest of the costume.
So what is
Okay,
it?
so yeah, what is it then?
The Denji from Chainsaw Man.
Oh, fun. Okay. Do you have like the head?
No, it's just me.
Okay.
I already kind of look like him, so. So what are you all carving onto your pumpkins?
Okay. I'm carving a morel mushroom. So I am in a research lab that deals primarily with fungi and mushrooms. Personally, I study lichens, so the tiny little things that grow on trees. No, they're not moss, it's a lichen. Actually, a lot of what you see is lichens, which are super interesting, and they contain a super diverse microbiome. So I'm gonna geek out about my research. I really love it. So I'm studying the microbiome within the lichen. So I'm carving a mushroom as a sample answer.
Nice.
I'm carving leaves.
Leaves. What kind of leaves?
Tree leaves.
Any specific tree leaves or just tree leaves?
Looks like a maple leaf. Robert, what are you carving?
I also work in the same lab as Kay, dealing with mycological research, the study of mushrooms. My research is mainly with rust fungi, which is a type of fungus that affects. We deal with primarily stuff in Peru, which is they grow in tropical climates. So, following that theme, I am making a turtle. What's up?
Is that a type of fungus?
No, it's an animal.
Okay.
Is it in Peru?
I don't think it's in Indiana right now.
Alright.
I'm not making like a specific breed of turtle. It's just a
I
turtle.
was just thinking, my brother has a roommate. He was in Peru, and he got a flesh-eating face fungus.
Oh my god.
He got one?
On his face.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Oh,
Does he
gosh.
still have a face?
Yeah.
Does he have
It didn't.
all of
It
his
didn't get
face?
eaten.
Yeah, he has all his face. He just
Okay.
had like a band-aid right here for about a year and a half.
Fungi are crazy, man. They'll go.
They'll do
go
anything,
after
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mess
You ever
with
played
them.
The Last of Us?
I have not, but me and my boyfriend are making our way through it, and I've heard that the person who I do research with, Daniel,
Yeah.
hates that show. It's very unrealistic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as any mycologist would think, or about a zombie show about.
Yeah. The curator of fungi, Dr. Rayburn, has done a lot of research on cordyceps, which are the fungus that the stuff in The Last of Us is based on. So, if he was here, he could talk about how much he hates it. But. Sorry, it jumped out at me.
I thought you just dropped your pumpkin, and I was like, oh no. That's not
Just a
good.
piece.
It's gonna break.
I was cutting with the
I'm trying to go really thin, but I don't think it's gonna work. What?
I was cutting with the blunt side. I was like, why isn't it getting anywhere?
Yeah, I haven't carved a pumpkin in years.
This is like my second time carving a pumpkin.
Speaking of Halloween, alright? You know when your mom tells you not to go into anyone's house as a kid?
Yeah.
Right? Well, I guess I was... Okay, don't look at me like that.
Well, I want to know this goes. That's all.
So, well, these people said, hey, we have the candy in our house on Halloween, and my mom wasn't looking. So what do you think my sister and I did?
Went in the house?
We went in the house. Guess what? Everything was fine.
Okay.
Kind of cuckoo bananas. But that Halloween, I went as a clown. Still my favorite Halloween costume. My grandma, she handmade the costume. She hand sewed it. It was fantastic. Best costume.
Were you mainly like a handmade costume or a store-bought costume kid?
That was like the only time I think I ever actually did handmade.
I went as
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I've made a few of my costumes.
You've made your own.
Yeah, well, I mean, I made a unicorn costume, but it was like a headband.
Of course.
It was just a headband with a unicorn horn on it.
Mm-hmm.
As it should be.
And one year, I was like 6. I decided to go as a pink crayon. And my mom made me that costume.
She made it. They sell those in the Halloween stores. Have you seen those? The like crayon costumes.
No, I didn't. There wasn't one at the time.
Oh, okay. They started selling them at like Spirit Halloween. They have the crayon costumes.
Someone saw your crayon costume and was like, that's a thing.
Yeah, my mom made me a crayon costume, and it looked great.
As you should. Crayon, yes. What is the most unhinged costume you could have?
One of those like really, really like kind of inappropriate couples costumes.
Oh yes.
Mm.
I think those political masks that they make.
Oh yeah.
I think those are pretty great.
How does that party see? Those things are expensive.
Are they expensive?
It's like $40 to get a Joe Biden mask.
Ah, heck nah. Oh no. No.
Wait, $40 for a Joe Biden mask?
Yeah, $40 for a Joe Biden mask. Can we talk about that? Screw the Botany Club. Let's talk about $40 for a Joe Biden
You
mask.
could make that for like $2 for like 2 cents. Printing doesn't cost that much at Purdue.
That is true.
Well, I mean, it's made of rubber, so like it's got a little more to it. It's not just like a flat.
But not
mask.
really.
It's not $40 much.
It's not $40 much.
Yeah, I mean, you have to make like your own. I guess you have to make your own like mold of Joe Biden's face to do that. But still, it's.
I thought just like printing off a picture and putting on a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Or that. Where's my little stabby tool? Okay, there it is.
I have more questions I was going to ask.
I did it again. I'm sorry.
Stop being scared by it.
It's spooky.
Well, back on the topic of the Botany Club.
As it should be.
Okay.
Which is the best club ever, by the way. Get excited. You just have to go to every club meeting.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I expect everyone to go.
Yeah. Tell us some history about the club. Like, how long has it been around? Do you know?
I know it's been around for like at least 5 to 6 years now.
Yeah,
it's a pretty established club.
Okay.
Let's see.
I should know this. I'm kind of ashamed I didn't even think about looking this up.
Unfortunately, we haven't had like a journalist or anyone to log the history of the club.
Yeah, I have seen relatively old photos, but yeah, it is pretty established. Definitely been around for a while.
It just magically showed up.
Yeah.
It just appeared.
Yep.
I find it very interesting how people could just easily start any club at Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
It's relatively easy. There's a lot that goes into it, but it's still easy. Do you have a different club that's not related to when you started the club?
So I'm assuming this is just an assumption that you all like plants.
Oh, I hate them.
Like, fuck plants, am I right?
Yeah, I love plants.
Do you like plants?
I think so.
Don't get me wrong, they're pain to work with. We're all in a class right now that we have to slice up plants extremely, extremely thinly, so like to a single layer of cells, so that way we can visualize them under a microscope. So that's really fun.
There are some plants I hate.
Yeah, there are some plants I hate now.
What plants do you hate?
Spinach. I could not do. There's these things called the epidermal peel, where you peel the top layer off of a leaf.
I find that the easiest ones. I just don't like the thin.
I hated it. Oh my god.
I couldn't get the spinach leaf. Could you? It just kept on crumbling under my hands.
I got the spinach. I got lucky with the spinach leaf. I know I would have had more trouble with it if I was unlucky. It's not a hate, but I can't eat celery anymore. Celery is a pretty model organism for looking at the xylem and the phloem of a plant, which is like the veins that go up and down that transports the water, the sugar, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so anytime I see celery as like a food out in the dining courts, I can't eat it because I've looked at it too much under a microscope and I feel weird doing it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have like a favorite plant or favorite like plant type?
Oh boy.
I'll say I hate this question.
You
All
hate
right,
this question?
I hate this question because I don't have a favorite plant. All right, I could say things like, oh, I think ginkgo trees are really cool. They're they're one of the most ancient plants around. I like weeping willows, but I don't have just a favorite plant. I don't.
I have one that I say. It's like your favorite color, you know? Like, all colors have a place and they're all great.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like the wisteria tree. That's a pretty good one. That's just what I say.
What's
But
the
again,
wisteria tree?
It's a type of tree that grows a very cool flower. It's a hanging flower. They're very purple. They're the trees that inspired, Avatar with the blue people. That kind of tree that had that you put your honor dead under.
Oh yeah. Oh really?
That's what inspired that tree.
Oh, I know what wisteria trees are only because I watch anime.
Yeah. They're a very cool tree.
Yeah.
What's your favorite anime?
They're very beautiful.
My favorite anime is My Hero Academia. I know it's a problematic fandom.
Yeah, I'm a little judgmental now.
I know it's a problematic fandom, but I'm not on Twitter or anything like that.
That's very. You just like the.
I just like the show.
My first was Hunter x Hunter.
That's on my list.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter was pretty good. Do you guys watch anime?
I do. I was bad. I started with Fairy Tail. That's a very.
I haven't watched that one.
I haven't either.
I've heard that one.
It's not great. It's like a kid's one. Anyway, but yeah, I don't watch much recently because I don't have much time. I haven't watched much TV recently.
I just rewatched and finished Doctor Strange
Like the movie?
and the show. Wait,
The what?
Doctor
Stone. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's not animated. That's a.
Not no, Dr. Stone. That's what I mean.
I was like, I don't think that's a show. I think it's a movie. But that's also on my list. I have a lot on my list.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Do you watch anime?
Yeah, I used to a lot with my brother, but he's in Washington State and I'm here, so it's kind of hard.
On some of the anime sites, they have watch together.
Yeah.
You guys could watch online together.
He's also started football.
Lame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
I watch
now a
anime with my
full-fledged
brother.
American.
He's
Is there
what?
is there an Australian dub of anime?
You mean English?
You mean English?
No, but in an accent,
No.
You mean English?
Okay. That's just a
So
question.
you're from Australia?
Yeah.
How are the plants different there than here?
They're plants.
They're plants.
I mean, Australia has quite a few different biomes, which is really cool. So we've got rainforests, deserts. Of course, we have coastal lines everywhere. We're an island. So plants really range wherever you go. I like that about it.
Yeah, my boyfriend's from Brazil, so I went to Brazil a couple of years ago, and I'm going again over Christmas. I'm really excited for that. But their genetic diversity, their just overall diversity of plants is crazy. They have so many different plants. Pothos is a very, very common houseplant. I wouldn't be surprised if, it's extremely common. But the leaves here only grow to about this big. In Brazil, when they climb up trees and poles and stuff, the leaves get bigger. So they're about this big in
Oh wow.
in Brazil, which is really cool.
The same tree types will have just bigger leaves.
Pothos is a climbing plant. So the higher it goes, the bigger it likes to the leaves are. So that plant itself, it's a very common house plant in America. I'm not sure if it's from there in Brazil, but tropical climates like Brazil or Florida have a issue with people letting out their houseplants or tossing them outside, and they do so well naturally outside because it's so warm and humid that they just kind of become an invasive species. So
Kind of like people throwing out house pets.
yeah, like goldfish into the water.
Don't throw out your house pets.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like plants, even then, it's really easy because they have pollen and such.
Yeah, I don't know if pothos actually grows
Flowers.
flowers, does it? I don't know. A lot of plants propagate themselves. So
You can just chop them up.
chop them off. Spider plants,
Yeah.
they like making babies, is what we call them. Cut off a plant at the node, the little where a leaf is. You basically have a new plant as long as you stick it into water. So, yeah, plants are super cool.
Should join Botany Club.
You should join Botany
You
Club.
should join Botany Club.
Learn more about this.
Didn't you say you're doing a meeting about?
We are gonna do a meeting about the one, I believe, right before Christmas. We're gonna do propagation night. It's a really good indoor activity, and we're gonna propagate Christmas cactus. It's a cactus that doesn't have spikes on it, and it just has these just little. It kind of just grows like that. It's one little piece, and then another little piece, and another little piece. So you just cut it off, stick it in some soil or some water, and it grows roots, and you have a new plant.
Nice.
So, what other meetings do we have? We're gonna talk. The meeting after peppers, we're gonna be talking about fruit morphology. So, how I guess basically how fruits start out as a flower. There's different types of flowers, which will dictate how the fruit is grown,
And how apples aren't the fruit.
and how apples aren't a fruit. Apples aren't a fruit.
Really?
And also how vegetables are fake.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as them, right? Pepper, yeah, that's a fruit. Cucumber, obviously everyone is like, oh, that's a fruit. Tomato, fruit. Everything is fruit, all right? Besides like things like broccoli and like potatoes,
I love broccoli.
which are technically tubers.
You want to know something fun about peppers? You guys want to know something fun about peppers, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Right. Okay, cool. Peppers are like extremely old.
No way.
They're way older than most modern fruits that have developed during their times. So peppers are about 50 million years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the oldest dated one is. So there's likely ones before that. But no, they've been around for a while. Before like mammals, I'm pretty sure.
What?
So
I actually did not know this.
that's why it's a fun fact.
So
Yeah.
dinosaurs have been eating.
Peppers.
That's the thing. So you know how dinosaurs, we're learning more about them nowadays, and we're finding out they're more like birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So birds and peppers have a pretty strong like relationship. So
Interesting.
the reason, if you go to the meeting, you'll learn more about this. This is a little fun, another little fun fact about peppers. The reason peppers are spicy is to ward away animals that they don't want eating it.
Yeah.
But the animal they do want eating it is birds. And the reason it works is because birds don't have the pain receptor to like interact with capsaicin, which is the chemical that makes peppers spicy.
Huh.
So birds will eat the peppers and they won't get that spicy taste, and they'll eat it, they'll enjoy it, and they'll spread the seeds very, very wide.
Ah. That makes sense.
As opposed to like a mammal, they would eat it and spread it in a very like closed area because they're not as migratory as birds are.
Yeah, but then people still eat peppers anyway.
And then humans came along and were like, wow, I love being in pain. And it's kind of thrown things off.
And peppers are like, wait a minute.
That's kind of the trend with plants and like them spreading seeds and developing, is that humans come along and things just really don't work anymore.
Things like caffeine, that
Yeah.
also started off as a defense mechanism, but humans are like, oh, I like being awake.
Yeah.
Give me caffeine, please.
The whole idea of invasive plants is just because some British people really liked how plants looked and then just brought it to the wrong places. Not only British people, it just happened a lot when we didn't know what invasive plants really were and people were going across the sea.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's why peppers are spicy. And if you want to learn more about that, come to the pepper meeting.
Come to Botany Club.
Come to the pepper meeting,
Come to Botany
please.
Club.
Come to Botany Club.
I'd love to talk about them more.
Yeah. If you've learned anything this podcast episode, it's you should go to Botany Club.
It's a pretty simple choice. I don't know why I keep saying it, but it's just the best club ever. No offense, stand-up comedy, but it's the best club
It
ever.
sounds pretty cool.
Even one of the things we definitely try tailoring to everyone. We try getting a nice, diverse little group of people who are in botany or ag-related sciences, as well as people who are, in engineering and business and, all these other majors. That's why we do it like a bit of education, but also fun activities related to plants. There's a lot that you could do with them. Yeah. So, like me wanting to save the seeds of these pumpkins so that way I could eat them later. Pumpkin seeds, top tier. Also the smell. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah. Do you
They smell really
guys like personally own any plants?
Mine died last year,
Oh,
and
nice.
I decided not to buy any more.
Well, I'm in the process of propagating for Springfest, so I've been.
You started?
Yeah,
I'm so proud.
I've started snake plants, pothos, and a couple other bits and pieces. So it's multiplying my collection. It's gone from like 100 to 200 really fast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you don't want to go into my house if you don't like plants.
I am not good at plants.
Do you have any plants?
I have Lego plants.
There you go. I did
cool.
too, actually.
Like the Lego flower collections?
I have the succulents, and I have the little potted plants, and then at home I have like a bouquet of like just plants.
Yeah, I have the wildflower bouquet, but did you also see they came out with the poinsettia?
Yeah.
I want the
Yeah.
poinsettia plant.
I think I might have seen that one. I really want the the bonsai tree, obviously.
I want the bonsai tree so bad. Did you know that there's a bonsai club at Purdue?
It's
Shout out
so
to
hard to
Bonsai
get
Club. That's what I heard. It's hard to get into because they do a limited selection. But I can imagine it's a very slow-paced club because bonsai trees grow very slowly. But that's how they become beautiful. You just prune them over time.
I went to the Chicago Botanical Garden.
The bonsai collection
The
there?
bonsai collection is so
bonsai collection
cool. Oh my
there.
gosh.
Oh, yes.
I've
It's so
never
cool.
been.
Yeah, they have this whole outdoor collection of they're little trees.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird saying
But
that's
they
just what
look-
a bonsai is. But they look like trees just scaled down by like times 50.
Yes. They,
The signs are like, this is the blah, 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 blah tree. It is 500 years old.
yeah, some of them are really old. Some of them are like crazy old. But there's like I don't know, like pruned down evergreens or something. Like there's just like ones that just like look like they should be super big, but they're just really small. It's kind of crazy.
I was actually there because one of my like life bucket list items is to see what's called a corpse flower.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It
For
smells
those-
bad, doesn't it?
Oh, terrible. For
Yeah.
those that don't know, the corpse flower is one of the largest, if not the largest, flowering flowers in the world. It only flowers once every like 3 or 4 years. It only flowers for a few days. And the smell it emits is the reason it's called a corpse plant is because it smells like a corpse. It is.
Do you know why it smells like that?
No, tell
To
me.
attract
So-
To attract flies.
To attract flies. So
Oh, I thought you
this.
meant, sorry.
Oh no, it's like the smell and the color. So it's also like a very dark flower. Also dictates like what like pollinator it wants. So like very bright flowers are going to be things like bees and butterflies and stuff. But like dark flowers are going to be like things like flies and wasps. Bats also pollinate flowers. That's a fun fact. Bats pollinate flowers, which is pretty cool. So
Yeah, but yeah, it has a 2 separate life cycles that it can go through during different years to like store up energy. Where a non-flowering year is where it just will grow a very large stem. It's called like I forget honestly. It's some scientific name. It just looks like a very large tree, but without any regular bark. It just has like a gourd skin basically. And then during the flowering years, it grows that gigantic flower. Because it's so big, it has to take those years to charge up, essentially. Anyway, so it was flowering when I went, and I got to see it, and it was so cool.
that's really cool.
Did it smell terrible?
Oh, awful.
Yes.
Terrible.
And you were like, let's go.
I stood a good deal away from it just because it smelled terrible.
I've never been to the Chicago Botanical Gardens.
It's really cool. My boyfriend, he lived really close to there, so we would go on a walk and like go down there. It's really big. They have all sorts of different areas. They have like Japanese like gardens there.
Nice.
It's a great place to like you could bring like a little picnic there and you know eat. It's really cool. I was really bummed. It used to be free admission, but they charge now for like general admission. Like obviously they charge for like events and stuff.
Yeah.
But now they charge for general admission, which is a bummer, but it makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
having club dues, which we have. It's just to maintain.
Yeah, we're not
Like
like frisking
gardens.
people for money. We just want to like make a cool club and
Yeah.
do cool things.
Yeah, I remember being a freshman and being like, why do they do club dues? I have to pay to join this club. Now I understand as president is we have a lot of things that we need to pay for, so
Yeah.
like maintaining a garden.
But no, even though it's paid to go to the botanical gardens now, they're still really fun and really, really nice. Like when I went there, it's usually pay for parking, and we rolled up and we're like, oh, how much is parking? They were like, just go in. I don't care. So we just parked at the park for free. It was great.
Yeah,
very nice people.
the St. Louis Botanical Gardens were really cool. That's another place where I lived. They have these really cool glass sculptures, so it's really cool seeing like art incorporated into plants, which is actually, I think that's one of our meetings this year as well. It's gonna be second semester. We're gonna talk about like art history and plants and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
How like plants have been used in art in the past. And
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure for dyes as well. Is that a part of it?
Huh?
For dyes, is that a part of it too? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Would you ever plan on going to the botanical gardens as a club?
I think they actually did that last year. Last year they went in the Chicago Botanical Gardens as an orchid show, and like in an orchid competition. So yeah, so not only do we have like we're going to the what's it called?
Botanical garden? Or
the pumpkin patch. We're also gonna do things like we want to go on hikes. So one of the club members saw this place called Brown County. So we're gonna go to. We want to do some off-campus events at parks. I think doing an event at the Chicago Botanical Gardens would also be super cool. Things like that we're looking at doing. So.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, we want to do like a guided tour. There's Horticulture Park. There's Happy Hollow. All these parks near campus as well. We want to get some of the professors to like do a guided tour and
nice.
Do a walk like that. So
Yeah.
I know the last meeting of second semester, kind of like trying to unwind before finals. We'll do a bouquet arrangement.
Oh, that's
So. Yeah, we're excited for that. So, yeah, and then the first meeting, this is another that we're excited for. We're gonna do the first meeting back after winter break. We're gonna do tropical plants and tea to kind of bring like a spot of warmth, in from break. So we're gonna drink tea, kind of talk about. I plan on talking about like how tea is made because. That's a super cool thing as well. And we're going to talk about, so we're going to share some tea and talk about some of the tropical plants as well. So
Yeah. Share some tea and share some tea.
Yeah. Share some tea about tea.
Do you guys have, you mentioned something earlier about a garden. Do you guys have like a garden?
No.
No.
We don't have a garden, but there's plenty of places around Purdue that people do planting and stuff like that.
Yeah, right outside of Lilly, which is kind of like where like primary like botany stuff is held. There's like I know like a weed garden, so they switch out the kinds of weeds per week, and then you could take a look at like different weeds that grow. The greenhouses are another thing that's super cool.
Yeah, the first greenhouse room is just like a collection of very cool plants.
Yeah.
You can get guided tours to there. So
the herbarium is another thing that's hosted by Ray Byrne-Simmons. He you could get tours there. You could book them. Kind of see some of our fungal collections that Purdue has. Really large. He also likes talking about why there's two. It's technically called a herbarium instead of an herbaria because there's two actual collections there because of some like law thing that was going on or something way back when it was founded. So
yeah, the herbarium, the fungarium, I think that's what it's called.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So you guys been mentioning fungus a lot.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Does fungus falls under botany?
So technically no.
Technically no.
So technically funguses are not plants. Botany is the study of plants. The study of mushrooms and fungi is called mycology. It is a different thing, but the two for a lot of history have been pretty closely related. Funguses are closely related to most other species.
It's actually more related to like humans rather than actual plants.
That's why whenever you eat a mushroom, it tastes meaty, or like it has a meaty texture to it.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, so they are separate things, but for most of history, they've kind of been regarded as like it grows in the ground, so is plant.
Yeah.
Until recently, I think in like the 1950s, they made a clear differentiation.
They're not plants.
They're like, guys, they don't do the plant things. So yeah, they are different. I just answered your question in like 100 words, could have been 2. No.
Yeah, but it does kind of fall under like the, I guess, department like of. I just put it in the candy corn.
Oh no!
There you go. It does fall under the botany department because it is kind of like a biology kind of related to growth of plantish things, but not really.
And there's plenty of like study of fungi, like the studying that I do. The studying that I help with is the effect of mushrooms on plants.
Oh.
So like. It is still closely related to.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of fungi that like to form like mutual relationships with plants, which help them grow better. So rhizobium is that soybeans?
Yep.
Yeah. So rhizobium's a
They
mushroom,
help
right?
the roots.
It's not bacteria, right?
They help the roots grow better.
Yeah, they form little nodules and they help the roots grow better. I studied lichen, so lichen are really cool. It's a relationship that formed like over like years upon years upon years between a fungus and an algae. So in that case, like they do photosynthesize, but they also use nutrients from like the surrounding areas via the fungus. So.
Nice. So lichen isn't a type of plant or a fungus, it's a both.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a both.
It's a both. Yes.
Very interesting. They also have they hold this like super diverse microbiome within like tiny little spore caps. And that's kind of what I'm doing research on is like how like natural like biotic factors, so things like pH or things like the sun. I said biotic factors. I meant abiotic, which most people won't know the difference between. But
the sun isn't alive.
The sun isn't alive, right? pH isn't alive. So how those things affect the microbiome and like how it could shift, because acid rain is a thing, and day lengths change, and I'm looking at moisture. As we get more rain at sometimes and less rain. So and the things within it could actually be used for a ton of different other fields such as like agriculture, medical, So.
Yeah, and what I study affects yours. I study atmospheric sciences.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What's your major?
Atmospheric sciences.
Oh. That's awkward. Do you do research on your own?
No, not yet.
No.
No. I'm a junior.
Okay.
Still working my way towards that.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to do that. I've been storm chasing a couple times though.
Storm chasing?
Yeah.
That's super awesome.
There's drive through a lot of agriculture.
Oh yeah. That's where all the storms are.
Yeah.
Did you watch the new Twisters movie?
Oh, will not.
It's like, that's like asking a botany major if they've watched The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. They're like, no, it's all wrong.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell.
I've seen the first Twister movie. That was good. The new Twister movie looks awful.
First Twister movie, like the one from the 80s or something, right?
Yeah.
Way old.
It's not awful. I mean,
the first one was good.
I feel like if you knew things about storms, it would be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my dream job is studying plants in space. All right.
Ooh.
Astrobiology.
Astrobiology. Yes. And everyone asked me if I have watched The Martian, and I finally gave in, and I've wanted to do it since high school, and I finally watched it last year, and I was a junior, and it was good, and now I feel like I can't do astrobiology because, oh man, who is it? Matt Damon that plays it?
Mm-hmm.
He sounded smart in that movie.
He sounded smart.
He sounded very smart, but I could still try.
Yeah.
I call myself a lab grunt. I love doing lab work.
Lab
Forever in the lab.
Yeah.
Physics, not my thing. Lab work, that's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna go into astrobiology as like a focus.
You could do a focus in that?
In other schools, yes.
Oh.
But I saw all the physics involved and
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
no. So I stuck with the plants.
Yeah, now I had a professor that I'm gonna do research in, soil ecology.
Oh, nice.
He mentioned what he did for his master's. I'm like, you make me want to do something else. He studies extremophiles, so bacteria and archaea that grow in like super extreme conditions, like hot springs, under the earth and those deep sea vents, the Arctic, the desert, and now I want to study that in the Arctic.
That sounds so cold.
It sounds so much fun, alone with just the blistering wind and snow.
That sounds so fun.
Sounds like a dream. Sounds like my dream job.
A dream job in Antarctica.
Oh yes, that's the goal. University Drive or something. What is it called? There's an area that just all the research is
The lab?
in Antarctica.
Oh, I don't know the name of the research lab in Antarctica.
I wonder how this is gonna look with the lights off. How's everyone? Plants going? I mean, not plants.
Pumpkins?
Things, pumpkins.
I'm struggling a little bit because I've never carved a pumpkin like this, but try something new every day.
Your leaves are falling out.
Me?
Oh, it's cute. It's hanging.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys give us some pumpkin facts?
Some pumpkin facts?
Pumpkin facts.
Oh,
Pumpkins
so
are round.
pumpkins are round
They are.
and they're hard.
Mhm.
Yeah. First time I ever tried making pumpkin pie, I asked in class in botany, I was like, what part of the pumpkin do I use to make pumpkin pie? Because for some reason I thought it was the guts. It's not the guts. It's this part. It's the meaty part, all right?
Thick part.
It's the thick part. You can roast the seeds. Seeds are edible. The pumpkin is edible. We were talking beforehand. It is edible raw. You don't probably want to eat it raw, but it is edible raw. But I think pumpkins are cool. I don't know much about them,
Yeah.
but
Have you seen like the competitive pumpkin growing?
Oh, I have.
The
I have
giant
some
The
evidence.
giant pumpkin
the
growing.
giant pumpkins.
Yeah, so I follow a lot of people on Instagram who grow giant pumpkins.
Yes.
And I love watching them do it. It's a very intense process.
Have you visualized the seeds? Like, do you know how big the seeds are? Are they
They're
normal size?
They're normal.
Oh, that's so lame. I was expecting them to be.
Well, the rest of it, there's just like more of them,
It's like
Yeah.
just like more pumpkin, I guess.
There's more
Yeah.
pumpkin, but the flowers are really big.
The flowers are really big.
Yeah, the flowers are really big for them.
See, it's a mix of like getting a plant that will grow a big pumpkin and then also maintaining the plant to grow a pumpkin that big.
I've heard like they'll like collapse in on themselves. If you're not
They will, yeah. So
Yeah.
if you don't keep proper care of them, if you let them rot, if you keep
Dry.
them out, a lot of the times they have to be covered because if they
Yeah.
get rain on them, they'll like start rotting. But yeah, it's so cool. And then have you seen the boats they make out of them?
Oh, they carve them. They do
carve
the
them open.
It's a festival, right?
Yeah,
they,
it's a pumpkin festival.
They grow them, and then there's a competition, and then they carve them out, and then they row in the pumpkin down like this
Because
lake or
they're
river.
so large that like a person can get inside of them and it can still float. It's so cool.
I've seen like baking competitions where they had like 3 people on a team, and there was like a candy person, there was a cake person, and then there was
Gosh.
a pumpkin person.
A pumpkin.
A pumpkin person.
Yeah, and they had these giant pumpkins that they would carve out and use as part of the cake.
Oh my gosh.
Like they had like a this little like a little imp or a little goblin, a giant like a human sized
Callback.
goblin made of cake and candy riding a giant pumpkin.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was nuts. They didn't even win. It was a different group, and the other group it wasn't as good in my professional opinion.
In your
cake.
professional opinion.
On my professional opinion, which I know nothing about.
Pumpkin people should have won.
Do any of y'all watch the Great British Baking Show?
Yes.
I've seen the one where they like bring in like people who aren't bakers and bring them
Oh,
in to
the
bake.
like cancer special?
I don't remember, but the guy's just like, I started baking it, had a mental breakdown. Bon
Bon
appetit.
appetit.
Oh yeah.
My favorite. That's my favorite.
Me in the kitchen at 3 a.m. trying not to wake up my roommate.
No, for real. Me trying to get my bowl of ramen because I stayed up too late studying for my exam. My happy bowl. You should join Botany Club.
I don't think anyone said it yet, so yeah, you should join Botany Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case you haven't caught, you should.
Just tuning in, you should join Botany Club.
For those just joining us, yeah.
We're not live.
Oh. You just skip forward to this section. You should join Botany Club.
Actually, rewind the video right now. Listen to this again. Join Botany Club. Rewind.
Join Botany Club.
Join Botany Club. But if they rewind, they're gonna
Always.
You're gonna hear it say it like
they're gonna hear it more than once. Okay.
The title of this video is Join Botany Club.
Join the Botany Club.
I think I've done all I could do.
I need to do so much more.
I'm not quite done yet.
What?
You can help me out with mine if you want.
What do you need help doing?
I have little okay, so I'm making a turtle, and I have all the turtle done. I just need to get the like shell bits cut off. But I'm like trying not to cut a hole. I'm trying to cut like
It smells like pumpkin
like
guts.
the like skin off the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'll just carve more mushrooms.
That's always a good idea.
I'll cry. I'll do it. I'll cry right now.
It looks like you're having fun there.
I am having a lot of fun.
I haven't carved a pumpkin in years.
It's been a very long time. Every year I'm like, I might carve a pumpkin this year. Don't.
We
I
always
might
carve
a pumpkin.
pumpkins the day before Halloween.
My oh yeah, that's a good idea. My freshman year of high school, we had a pumpkin carving contest, and there was like several themes. You could do like school related, like school spirit. You could do I don't know, like sport related. They had a spooky themed and stuff, and then they brought them all up so that it was homeroom based, and I volunteered to do the pumpkin, and I chose Beauty and the Beast because that was our school play at the time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I spray painted it gold. I carved out first the Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah.
dancing, and then I spray painted it gold, and then I added gold glitter onto it.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. It was great. I have a photo of it on my phone.
Did you win?
I did win.
Oh,
And I won
nice.
donuts for all of my homeroom. I was very proud.
I bet you were super popular.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
You could use it like you could like put a toothpick.
Toothpick.
Yeah.
It's a good
Do
idea.
we have any?
We don't have toothpicks.
No, we don't.
At
Yeah.
home.
At home.
Mm-hmm.
Candy corn.
Or glue,
Oh,
I
it's
guess.
wet. Oh no, it's wet.
Me and my family would always make pumpkins every year, and we'd always do them way before Halloween, so that by the time they got to Halloween, they were always like mushy and like
Oh,
really
yeah.
rotted. And then we'd do the pumpkin smash, which
Oh.
was our house had 2 stories, so we would go up to the top. Put a fire there. We'd go to the top story and we'd lay a tarp out on the driveway with like rings as like a target on it.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
And we just lean out the window and just like throw them out, and they just like
Oh, that's fantastic.
splat.
That sounds awesome. We would just throw ours when they eventually around Thanksgiving we decided to actually throw them out. We would just throw them in the woods behind our house.
That's smart. Have you guys ever watched what's that one show?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've watched that one show.
yeah. No,
I
I
have
did
no
too.
idea what you're talking about.
I actually thought like Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
actually,
I've seen it.
yeah.
When they do the summer carving of the watermelon. Do you remember that episode where
It's been a while.
It's
but-
been a hot
it's like
second.
the summer ween?
No, I don't remember.
Summerween.
Was the one that had zombies?
No, it had a scary man that ate all the candy.
I don't remember
No?
that.
But
No.
anyway, they carved watermelons, and I want to do that sometime
In the summer?
in the summer. Carve a watermelon. It's the same thing, right? It's just another melon.
I guess.
I mean-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be even messier because watermelons are.
Pumpkin.
Well, watermelons
Pumpkin
are
is a squash.
they're solid all the way through. So like.
I have.
Yeah, it's a
hollowed
shell,
out
right?
a watermelon before.
Yeah.
Well, but like a pumpkin's like empty on the inside.
So is a watermelon. You just eat all the melon.
Oh well, I mean yeah, I guess
You could hollow out watermelons.
it's like more work though, you know.
delicious.
You just eat as you go.
That's what I'm saying. Don't have an aneurysm. It's still cute. Put a toothpick in it. Her leaf fell off.
Oh no.
Do you want to show the camera?
Yeah, we can like hold it like how it was.
It was cute. Okay, it's still cute. See? All you have to do is add a toothpick right there. It'll be good.
I spent all this time.
It'll be good.
It will be good.
It'll be good.
We believe.
I'm gonna carve Botany Club into the other side. Maybe on the top. By the way. I don't know what else to carve. I'm done.
You're done? Alright.
Should I carve something else on the other side?
You could probably like just write something if you want.
This is gonna be in my apartment.
I'm very particular, so
You're very picky.
very.
I even have tea lights at home, so it's perfect.
I don't have tea lights. This is just gonna sit.
What's a tea light? Are those are like little
Candles.
Okay.
Try to thin out this part as much as I can.
Yeah, I don't have any lights for you, sorry.
Aw,
We can stick a light bulb down into it though.
I don't know if that's gonna light though.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Oh,
Very nice.
Nom 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 nom.
My hands are gross.
Although my pumpkin's a little like,
Where did I put it? There it is.
it's alright. My I live on the 3rd floor and my building is outside. As most buildings are, but like my door is outside.
Okay.
And a lot of bugs like to gather outside because the fluorescent lights are constant. Oh.
What is that?
It's a turtle. You see? It's got the eyes and it's got a little mouth on it.
Oh, I love that.
Do you want my corn? I went to the acre today, which is a Purdue farm, and I might have grabbed some corn from there.
Alright. See, we all have finished our pumpkins. Why don't
Almost.
we start? Shut up. I haven't finished mine yet because I'm weird. But Robert, why don't you start? Tell us about your pumpkin.
Awesome. So I, as I said before, as an avid mycologist, made a turtle.
Mycologist means to study mushrooms, by the way. He made a turtle.
Yeah, I made a turtle. I said that.
Yeah.
So I don't have a name for it yet. I will be open to suggestion. I'm kind of feeling something a little nonsensical, something a little silly,
A little silly.
something a little fun, maybe a little whimsical,
goofy?
a little goofy. Maybe that's a good suggestion. Yeah.
Timmy?
Why would it be Timmy?
Timmy, that's the-
What?
Timmy the
Okay.
turtle.
No. I don't feel like talking anymore. Let's move on. That was bad.
What about navy blue Nissan Rogue?
Is that a car? Maybe something a little, like a little shorter than that. I like the spirit though. That's good.
Spirit. Okay.
Anyway, that's my turtle.
All right.
I made some leaves because I'm a botanist. Woohoo!
Yay.
Very pretty.
Yes. Looks beautiful.
Thank you.
I made a mushroom because I'm a mycologist.
Why are you looking at me?
So you should.
This is specifically a moral mushroom. I think it's edible, but I'm not sure. Do you know?
Yes, it's very
Yeah.
edible.
It is edible?
Yes, people hunt it.
What does it taste like?
Hunt it.
Yes, so
Hunt it.
not hunting. It's called foraging.
They
So
hunt it.
morels are. I'm stealing your thunder. Would you like to talk about this?
Oh, I don't know if they're. I don't know what they taste like.
Morels
No, go
are
ahead.
really hard to find in the wild.
Yes.
So when you find them, it's like finding a gem.
Unlike
But
other
they-
mushrooms that you can grow in like bags or like
Yeah.
actually kind of make, morels kind of have to be found in the wild. They're kind of like truffles.
Yeah.
So you have to like go out in groups, grow it in their area, and just spend days looking for morels. It's really fun.
And they taste really good, especially
Is that
in
why
curries.
truffles are so expensive?
Yes,
Ah.
because there's no way to like really farm a truffle. That's why they have truffle pigs that sniff them out.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I heard about that truffle pigs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Simpsons did an episode on it.
So did Dr. Stone. Anyway,
Yes. Oh, and then I am not quite done, but this is Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen because my roommate asked me to, and because I didn't have any other ideas, but it looks cool. All right. So why don't you guys plug anything you'd like?
yes. Okay, so If you didn't already know, join Botany Club. It is every other Tuesday from 7 to 9. It's usually going to be in Lily, because that's where our home is at. The next meeting is this upcoming Thursday, October 10th. Our only Thursday meeting of the year. And we have a Botany Club Discord. You could also email me. My email is kannunzi@purdue.edu. So kannunzi@purdue.edu for information about the club. We also have a Botany Club Instagram, which we really like posting our club posters that Robert, our media media person makes, Ella. She likes we like posting those out so that way people know. We also post photos from our meetings. So we have a photo of the leaf printing meeting. We also did a bingo meeting, and that's Purdue Botany Club, I believe it is. So yeah,
Join Botany Club.
Yeah. Come to our next meeting. I'll be running it. The pepper meeting. If you'd like to learn a lot more about peppers, please come to that meeting.
Will you have peppers?
Yes. If you also want to challenge yourself and not just learn about things, we will have extremely spicy peppers.
Extremely.
So if you want to either see me eat a very, very hot pepper or eat a very hot pepper yourself and prove that you're better than me, come to that meeting.
Oh, yes. Another thing that we mentioned, mushrooms, just briefly. We're going to be hopefully selling mushroom bags at Springfest, something that we're going to be working on next semester, and they will most likely be oyster mushrooms, which are a common mushroom that you could grow in a bag, and they're edible. So, yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the Boiler Room. Make sure to check out the horror movies for October on Boiler TV, available to anyone on PAL 3.0. Once again, thank you so much. I've been Paige Falk. This has been the Botany Club, and we'll see you next week. Bye!
Tough, that's all.
That's how they make. Is that how they make pumpkin spice lattes?
Yeah, well, because pumpkin spice latte is just pumpkin puree, which is what you get from this.
Is it?
No, I worked at Starbucks. It's not pumpkin puree. I wish it was.
I work at Starbucks.
What?
Yeah, right now.
Nice. Well, I mean, the pumpkin syrup is not pumpkin puree.
No, it's not. It's definitely artificial.
Oh, yeah. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes.
I don't either.
I'm not a huge pumpkin person. I don't really like pumpkin flavored things. But I do like pumpkin pie.
I kind of wish that you didn't bring this, because now that this is here, I'm going to eat it all.
That is fine.
So what did you think of candy corn?
It's not very good.
Welcome to America. Nom, 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 nom.
It's literally just like corn syrup, hard corn syrup.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
I
is.
don't like the texture. Very, like,